Speed run, time attack, go! I'm gonna hope I got that other one. Ah. Missed one. Dang it. Alright, here we go. Think I missed him. It's not what I want. I don't even need to see the end of this one. That's not gonna help. Ah, it's not the right order. Restart. Ah. I don't think I've ever broken 37. Here we go again. And then I got the button mixed up that I'm supposed to use to do that. This is a terrible run. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Reset. I knew I needed to use the shotgun for this part. Gah, come on! Ugh. Well, I broke 40 at least. And here's the kicker. Even if I beat this guy, I still have to beat this person. And then I still don't get the achievement until I place top 3. So I need to bring down that much time if I just ran it without worrying about any targets. Let's see how that would go. That would still be 35. I just can't do this. I can never get this achievement. Hello everyone, my name is Atratzu, and today we are having a look at Titanfall 2. This game was developed by Respawn Entertainment and released October 2016. At this time, I have played 14 hours of the game. I had to check that for a second, actually. I've played 14 hours of the game, and the campaign took 5 hours on normal difficulty. Titanfall 2 is priced at $29.99, and one final note, it does launch through Origin. So I bought this on, well, actually I didn't buy it. It was a gift from my younger brother so that we could play it together, actually. And because he really enjoyed the game and thought that I would enjoy it, which he was right. Anyway, picked it up on Steam, and it does still launch through Origin. So just, you know, little things like that to know that you're going to be launching through 2 different game clients. So there are kind of 2 parts to talk about with Titanfall. There's the campaign, and then there's the multiplayer. As I said, campaign is pretty short, but it's a short, sweet, condensed experience. I think it's worthwhile. If you want to play Titanfall 2, I think you should definitely start with the campaign. It'll kind of teach you the ropes of the gameplay, and then you can jump into multiplayer, and then I recommend playing Frontier Defense, and that will then let you be paired up with 4 other players, and you'll play against bots. That's easier than just jumping into a multiplayer deathmatch, though that's what I did. I first jumped into a deathmatch, and I mean, I wasn't the worst person playing, but I certainly wasn't the best. So I think it's probably smarter to start at Frontier Defense. So that's your basic introduction here. If you were to start the campaign, you would start a new game. I don't want to reset all of that, actually. So we're not going to do that. We're going to mission select. So this could be kind of spoilery. It shows you how many chapters there are each game. Each chapter is a respectable amount of time. A couple things that it's telling you here. First off, it's telling you that I have all the different collectibles. It's also telling you that I'm working on beating the game on master difficulty. So when I select a chapter, I can choose it on master difficulty. Also looks like I can go chapter by chapter on master difficulty as well. That is very nice because then you can chip away at the master difficulty from each chapter. I don't know. I just like that it's more friendly. It's not hardcore being like, you must play the entire campaign on the hardest difficulty the entire time without stopping. Actually, most of the achievements in this game are pretty straightforward, easy to get, and they kind of teach you more things about the game. So, smart achievements implemented. I like it anyway. So there are two things about the gameplay that we need to learn about. Let's just jump into regular here. Hopefully this is when we actually have control of... yes. So there are two modes that you need to be aware of in Titanfall 2. The first that you need to be aware of, you will play some of the game as the pilot, this character, and you will play some parts of the game through the Mech or Titan, this character. So really quickly about the story, just kind of to give you the short, abbreviated version of it, you play as, Rifleman Jack Cooper. And I only know that name because they drilled it into me, and you have a partner mech called BT. Both of you are partners by necessity. Your character was a rifleman originally, but had to take on the role of a mech pilot, is what they're called. So, yeah, BT and Cooper were paired together, and they need to fight together to complete their mission. There are two warring factions. There are some kind of a military corrupt government of some sort. That it's just a stereotypical sci-fi type story where you have the oppressed and then the oppressor. The oppressor is a totalitarian government, and you have a group of rebels that are trying to fight back against this government. At points I found audio logs that were basically imitations of like a seminar of the main... There's a couple different antagonists, so I would say the antagonist on the opposite faction, teaching that human life has no value, which the philosophical ramifications are interesting to think about and to discuss. So that much would be pleasant about the game, because I mean, you kind of have to think about where do you place the value of human life, where do you draw that from. So there's a lot of fun philosophical questions that can come from that. But most people would probably hear the audio logs and be like, bored now, gonna go back to shooting, and then they would. So there's some lore, there's some background stuff that you can learn about the game as you run around, and if you're paying attention to it, there's some good stuff that you can come across. So that's kind of the short of the story. I wouldn't want to say much more about the story, because if I did, then like it's so short already that it would be incredibly easy to give the entire story and be like, well, I guess there's no point to play for story anyway, because spoiled it all. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. First, I guess since we're currently playing in mech mode, let's talk about what's been going on while I've been talking about the story of the game. When you're playing as a mech, you have a couple different loadouts that we're about to get a second loadout. Your mech has a primary gun. There are several different control methods. You could use a controller, which I've just switched over to the controller right now. Right trigger to shoot. Right bumper to use missiles. Left bumper to block. Y to fire countermeasures, then you've got a charge up there. I played this whole game with a keyboard and mouse because that is my preference, especially on computer for a first-person shooter. The difference between console and, controller and keyboard controls is negligible. It's insignificant because they both feel just fine. Either is completely playable, nothing to write home about, good or bad. It feels natural. The game feels good with either controls. So here we got a prompt. I always recommend that you engage with the prompts through the story, choosing either X or V answers, and listen to Cooper and BT talk to each other. While working on getting the collectibles, I didn't interact with BT at all, and your choice to not interact is kind of disappointing. It just basically is like, oh, I guess we're done talking now, and you don't get any more story. And you definitely should interact with them so that you can kind of get to see BT's personality a little bit more. It's good. So let's talk about what's going on with these different moves. So I can zoom in with the right click, and I fire with the left click, and then I press shift to run. Oh, right. I almost forgot. There was one thing that I had to do when I first jumped into the game. I had to go to my controls, had to do some adjustments for my keys being, where is it? Where were you? There was a key that I had to rebind. Oh, right, because I wanted it so that I crouched. Yep, instead of toggle crouch. So I wanted to be able to crouch and then hold down control to crouch. So they just let you switch the key binding for that. So I unbound toggle crouch for regular crouch. Same thing for sprinting, I think. There is another setting over here on the controller side of things, but to make the game feel most natural and most like a normal first-person shooter, I switched that. Pretty irrelevant, but it's good that you're able to rebind keys in this. Let's get that prompt out of the way. So that's how you switch it. F1 is how you switch between Titan loadouts. While you're playing the campaign, you can do this at any point, no penalty. In multiplayer, you have to choose a Titan, and then you have to stick with that Titan for the rest of the game. Your middle mouse sets down a shield or some defensive countermeasure. Each loadout has a little bit of a different response for that, but generally it's a defensive countermeasure. And then this one uses a sonar for the G. And then the Q, you have to lock on and shoot. So mech controls are pretty straightforward, actually. There's not much that is different. Like, this is how I would expect a mech to control in a mech style game. A mech style game. And that's because, like, you're basically on a tank with legs. So this is what you should expect from this, because it's not as mobile, you're limited. Now, you can use your space bar to boost. You see that I have those two bars. You can boost forward. I've now used both of my boosts. Come on. Get out of here. Oh, there's a grenade there. And now that we've talked about the mech, let's talk about, oh, right. And once your charge is set up, you can set up a salvo by pressing V, and then that just fires off rockets. That's how you try to take down mechs with a burst of some sort. And each one is a little bit different, and you get an achievement for killing a mech with each kind of burst. Now let's talk about the pilot controls, which are, I hate to say it, but far more interesting and fluid. When you're playing as the pilot, you have your normal first-person shooter controls. So first we'll just play like a normal first-person shooter, and that does work. So headshots, you run around, R to reload, hide around corners, duck with control. You can actually slide with control. That's getting a little bit more advanced with being able to slide around with it. And then you can also melee with F. And that can be rebound if you're used to using V or another type of key. But this is pretty normal for most shooters at this point. You can have Q or another button to rebound for your grenades. You can change your loadout. There are different types of guns. There are different types of weapons. Right here we have an alternator. That guy's got a sniper, which we would be able to get after killing that person. There are different kinds of grenades. And then if you want to go ninja mode, you can press the middle mouse, and now you'll see we are invisible. We can sneak up behind this guy, press F. Oop, we didn't get the execute animation because he saw me too early. And I prefer this gun as a shotgun. So, we have talked about the easy parts of the controls. Let's talk about the fun parts of the controls. So this character is extremely fluid. When you're running, I think you can do it even when you're not running. If you're moving and you jump against a wall, you slide. You slide. You also have a double jump, which gives you even more mobility. And then you vault onto things as the need arises. Slide. Double jump. Slide. Wall jump. Slide. 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 Oh, 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 ow, 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 and slide. And then we jump down here, and we're like, oh no, we're not gonna make it. Slide, double jump, wall jump, off the side, top there. You didn't want to touch this down here, because you touch this, radiation damage. Don't want to do that. The sliding, wall jumping in Titanfall 2 is very fun, and in some cases dizzying. So trying to fight like that gets a little bit crazy. So let's see if we can do that. I was going to try to get the sniper, but apparently it despawned. So let's try to fight a little bit more like a pilot this time, shall we? So, come on. Here, double jump over that. Here, go on this side, go invisible, hide behind them. Punch this guy right in the liver. Bam, bam. This is on too easy of a difficulty when I've been playing on harder difficulties. Doors open. And we're like, bam. And then we're like, no, bam. And then here, bam. And then we're just like, they can't even keep track of me. I'm all over the room. Kapcha, 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 kapcha. Whoops, I missed. That would be fatal in the hardest difficulty. Regular difficulty is what I recommend for most people. It would be fine. If this is too easy for you, jump up to a hard difficulty if you're experienced with first-person shooters. I think that you can do that without too much issue. But if you're looking for the achievement and the challenge, that's when you got to go for the master difficulty. Which again, it's a short campaign, and they've given you checkpoints and all that kind of stuff. What I liked to do when trying to run through fast and get collectibles, the wall sliding mechanics let you get to some pretty crazy spots pretty early. I've messed up. All right, let's see here. Come on. Come on. There we go. So we never needed to go around there. Could have just parkoured our way over here to press this button and get going. And then you are separated from BT. So another fun thing about the combat is that, especially on the field, you can fight while your mech is off doing things. Or I guess I should call it a Titan, but I don't know. I just call it a mech for the most part. You can fight while your mech is fighting, though you're probably more effective inside of your mech because the AI is not so smart on its own. So, you know, just a heads up. Let's punch this guy. Yaw! Oops, that's not the button. There we go. You got it, BT. And as you play through the game, you get different types of weapons. So now instead of a grenade, we've got this throwing star kind of thing. Cool beans. I personally am not too fond of them, though. Oops, 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 oops. I want this. Let's get rid of this. This is the sniper. I don't like the sniper either because slow shooting, but there are different types of snipers as well. I prefer just a basic loadout for the most part, but you have plenty of guns to work with. We don't want the sniper to get us. Punch him! Gah! And then we drop in down. And then, oh no! Oh, I've done a bad. I shouldn't have attacked that robot. That was mean of me. I'm sorry. Yo! Kick him. Bam, bam, bam. You'll never see this one coming. Slide. Oh, no, no, no. Kick. Kick. I was trying to kick him off the edge. And we'll jump over here, and we'll jump over here, and we'll jump over there. Whoa! Kick him. Kick this guy. And kick you. Jump over here, jump over here, jump over here. Whoops, nope, let's drop a grenade. And then we're gonna jump over here. We're gonna jump here, drop a grenade here, jump over here. And then we're gonna jump over here. We're gonna keep on going, because I've done this a million times. Not so, I've only done it a couple times. We shouldn't even stop for the drones, because it doesn't even matter. We're just gonna keep on going over this way. At this point, I could... Pride before the fall. Alright, I could just speedrun this for the most part, because I'm familiar with this part of the story. So we should probably stop here. Again, there's a couple key points during the story where things change up. When you start out, it's a little bit easy on easing you into the mechanics and kind of tutorial land. If you get stuck at something, the game offers a holographic character that'll like loading simulation. So the and the pilots have this like virtual suit of some sort that let them see a lot of different things. So like when I drop a grenade, there's this arc. And then if I toss a grenade, okay, they didn't like that. When I toss a grenade, it indicates where that grenade is going to be for a little bit on the HUD. You don't normally have a HUD, so that's how it's explained within the story that, you know, you're wearing this virtual reality suit, which is giving you all these different heads-ups. However, no minimap, so that's interesting. There is no minimap in this game, so you can't see on a radar or anything like that. Though you do have radar sometimes on like mechs and stuff like that. Anywho, getting into the nuances of the game, let's switch over to something else. So yeah, the campaign, right, the campaign, there are a couple key spots where the gameplay changes. The first few levels, I would say up to about here. These are all kind of like they teach you the first one. This isn't even a full level. It's kind of just giving you the tutorial, and then you get to learn about the mech in this level, and then you kind of learn how to play with the mech, get a couple different mech loadouts here. And then you get the time warping one, which I think is this area, and that replaces your stealth for just one part. Then after that, it kind of, I don't know, it feels a little bit more story focused from that point on a little bit anyway, but you're basically fighting against mercenaries as well, the mercenaries that have been hired. So yeah, I don't know. The story, again, it was a pleasant playthrough, but it was short and meh. I'm not going to remember this story, but I will remember some of the levels, especially the manufactory level. That one was cool. Anyone who's played the campaign and knows what I'm talking about, the manufactory level where they were making the trees and the houses and stuff. Oh, that was cool. I really enjoyed that level a lot. And the gameplay one I enjoyed the most was probably the one where I was able to not teleport, but like phase shift between two realities. So yeah, this has got all the sci-fi stuff that you could possibly want in a story. And again, it's short. It's not that long. Now then, let's jump into Frontier Defense. And all the achievements except for 3 are for... Uh-oh, are we queued for something? Please no. Okay, good. Recommended for experienced players. Unlocks its Aegis rank 5. Well, that's good to know. So, this is what we're looking at with Frontier Defense. Actually, let's go back first. Let's have a look. Okay, good. So if we wanted to find... This is the multiplayer screen. If we wanted to find a game, we could go with a multiplayer game from here. And I would say that multiplayer is probably the focus that the developers, that Respawn Entertainment, had when they designed Titanfall. I mean, the story has good attention to detail, but the element that's going to keep people playing Titanfall 2 is going to be is going to be spent in the multiplayer. And so this part of the video, is a little bit tough because it's almost like it needs its own review and coverage on its own. And there's so much here. And as you can see, I'm only level 10 at this point. So there's still so much more that I'm learning about the multiplayer. But I feel like I've gotten to a point where I've just played enough that I can kind of give people an idea of what you're getting yourself into with the multiplayer. I'm not going to be playing against other people because I just have sworn off doing that. However, playing the... Where is it? Where is it? How would I play if I wanted to play? Okay. If I wanted to play, I'd go to this menu. Okay. If I want to play, I'm going to play Frontier Defense, and I'm going to play it with at least one other person that I know, and then I'm fine, and, you know, can have a full group of 4 that can be playing this. So this is more so my style. Though, the PvP was not bad. Just, you know, not for me. Especially, it's tough. It's fast-paced. It's more fast-paced than a lot of first-person shooters, and that's saying something. So, we are going to quickly kind of look at what we have here in the multiplayer screen, and hopefully that'll be enough, and we'll end it with jumping into a Frontier Defense, and we'll probably cut before the end of the Frontier Defense because that will be a bit of a long game, I suppose. So, you have here the play settings, invite friends, invite network, find game, your customizations. You unlock more customizations as you go around. And you can also name your classes and customize them as you go along. You have here, like this one has a grappling hook. Also, I have changed a total of very little to nothing on these. So the loadout is still very much pretty basic. What was here originally. So that's another reason why I don't want to jump into multiplayer until I'm more familiar with what I want to be doing. Because this is just a whole different ball of wax compared to the campaign. It feels like there's more here, and I think there is more here than there is in the campaign. So you have stealth, whatever that is. I think it's a throwing knife. I don't know. I haven't done that one yet. Grappling hook, stim, the wall, phase shift, holo pilot. Some of these I'm familiar from other games, but I haven't actually played with all of these different utilities. And that it's what your middle mouse button is. So during the campaign, it would be turning invisible. So I think that's teleport. This one, cloak, become nearly invisible. This would be the one I think that the main campaign does. And as you see, when you switch between these, it switches what your character looks like as well. Then you have different grenades. As you level up, as you can see here, the electrical smoke grenade unlocks at level 22. Or I can unlock it. And this much was explained to me by my brother. He said do not buy any unlocks until you prestige level and reset. Then you'll get a lot of money. You'll have your money saved up and then spend it on the stuff that you really, really want to use immediately. And then you're fine and you can go from there. So yeah, I'm not going to be buying anything. I'll just keep on playing against the bots and getting unlocks, and then I'll figure out what my favorite is and go from there. This is your aesthetic, which is just choosing the type of camouflage that you want. You can choose the gender if that's available. Actually, wait, it is available. My brother said that they had female and male robots, so there you go. And you can choose your weapon. I have done very little with these, as you can see, by most of them being rank level 1. Another recommendation from my younger brother, who is the Titanfall expert, that I know anyway. He's my reference. He said that you should just focus on one gun until it's maxed. So I'll be working on that. And then you get perks with that. With that gun, sight customization. The gun itself can also be colored. You unlock skins after a while, and then you have anti-Titan weapons. So when you're on the ground, these are the ones that'll do the most damage against the Titans. I wish I'd known that in my first multiplayer game, but I learned it when I was playing Frontier Defense. So again, another incentive to work on Frontier Defense. And then those have their own customizations, their own skins, and you've got your sidearm, several different types of sidearms, and you can switch between these two. So this is, if you're using the keyboard, this would be your first weapon. Pressing 1 gets you to it, pressing 2 gets you to this one, and pressing 3 gets you to your sidearm. My brother switched these around, so he presses 2 to get to his sidearm and 3 to get to his anti-Titan weapon. And we haven't unlocked anything here. Can't get that until we get to level 2 on this. So I have not used this sidearm very much at all. But we can make it match the rest of the guns. Then you have power cell, fast regen. I've not looked over any of these, and I keep unlocking more of them. So yeah, I need to... These are executions. So these are cosmetic. And yeah, again, there's a lot here. And we've just looked over the default class. You can set up different classes and you can buy additional classes if these are not enough and you really need more than this. These give you kind of an idea of several different loadouts. I only made a sniper class and I didn't even put much thought into it. I'm sure I can refine this better, but it was because this was made on the spur. And I wanted to rename it. I just needed to be able to get a sniper rifle. The map was really long and I couldn't see anything, and I was like, I need to snipe. So that's why. So now you have your Titan. You thought that we were done? Oh, no, 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 no. So these are your Titan loadouts that you have. Ion, Scorch, North Star, Ronin, Tone, Legion, and Monarch. Like the butterfly, or the ruling body, I suppose. So Ion, I have concluded that I do not like it. I don't like a lot of stuff about the Ion, but I played this one a lot. So I guess I have to commit to playing it more. The thing I didn't like about it was I didn't like the Q ability. People can make their own opinions up about these if they want. And then you also have, again, the loadout on it as well. There are only a few customizations that you can do. You can't change the weapon, but you can change several different things about the skin. You can change the overall skin here. And then there's also a cabin skin that you can adjust as well. Please do not think too much of how my Titan looks because I have not unlocked anything green. This is the one I want. So after I my ion regeneration, whenever I get that, that's probably going to be the skin that I'm going to work with. So, or this one? No, this one. Not that one. This one. Yes, that's a pretty looking green. And then you have different loadouts. My brother was making fun of me for having the assault chip in them because the Titans come defaultly loaded with the assault chip. All right, I went through and I changed everything else off of the assault chip because I was being made fun of. And then you have, I don't even know what these are for. I asked if there was a difference between these, if there would ever be a time that you would want to have a fast unprotected Titanfall. I was like, why would you do that? So again, there's just a lot of stuff here that I've not figured out when and how I would use it. The general rule of thumb for each one of these Titans, this was what I thought was kind of like the assault version Titan. So playing like assault, how you would just like run and gun with an assault rifle. That's how I associated with this. Scorch, you've got high damage, but you fire a shot and you reload. The big thing is kind of like spreading fire on the ground and then igniting fire, because you can shoot like a gas barrel and then you would fire at the gas barrel, or use a fire move on the gas barrel and you'd ignite it. So this was a fun one to play, but this one is kind of, slow. North Star is a flying one. You can kind of get up in the air. I think of this one as like a sniper with a jetpack in Titan form. So kind of soft and squishy, but if that's your playstyle, it's good. The Ronin is one with a sword, kind of gets up in your face. It's got a shotgun. This would be just like the Berserker, run in your face, try to take him down as fast as possible and try not to die during the process of it. There is an invisibility move and a warp. They're both the same, one and the same. I don't know. Fast gameplay. Ronin is fun, but it's going to be a bit of time to learn that one. Tone is, looks like another one of the assault ones, but it's got more missile stuff. This is probably better than the ion, and I should probably try this out at some point. Mid-range combo damage while using lock-on. Flexible enough to... Oh yeah, it's already telling you. So if you were reading this, that basically tells you there. Legion. This is... Should I just read this? Frontline devastation and area lockdown by means of relentless damage output. Difficulty. Oh, funny. The one that I hate the most is the one that has the easiest difficulty. I don't know, guys. Up to you. I just don't feel like this one put out good damage. And then the Monarch. I didn't do this one. Core upgrade. Yeah, I didn't do any mid-range Vanguard-based Titan that can upgrade itself on the battlefield. That's cool. I haven't played as this one yet. As you can see by the levels that they have. I've played as Legion before. This is just a Gatling gun. Just shoots and shoots and shoots, and then you hide around the corner and cry as you reload. That's basically how it works. As these level up, you've got several different things that are going on. So your character, your account levels up, your Titans level up, your guns level up. You can also get boosts. I haven't looked at any of these. I don't care to use any of those. You've got some customizations that you can do for your banner. I wanted pumpkins because I wanted pumpkins. Although there's some, like, that's a very cute one. I like that one. I like that one as well. There's a lot of cute stuff and there's a lot of things. Look at that. There are 13 pages of these that I don't have unlocked. There's holographic ones. What? That's crazy. That's so cool. And then, whoops, not the store yet. We're not there yet. The patch. I only have one patch unlocked at Marauder Cores level 2. I have to switch between several other cores or something like that. I have to track down a new one of these, a cool logo that I want to get a cool logo. Faction, again, I don't know that I can really say much about the faction. I don't know what the purpose of the factions are either. Stats, oop, we don't want to look at my stats. It does track your stats, so your multiplayer stuff is tracked. And so, yeah, no pressure, but just know the game is watching your kill death, your time alive, your favorite weapons, etc. It's good that it's there, but it's also, I pretend it's not there because being an achievement hunter, it's way too easy to get wrapped up into your stats. Networks are like guilds or clans. So I made a network. Where is my network? This is my network. I just wanted to play the story. And the guild tag is, huh? I made this for the free association achievement. LOL. It's public. I would love it if people would join this. Join this network just because I think it's hilarious. You automatically join this network, the associate network. And there's interesting stuff about network. They have a happy hour, and the happy hour, you get bonus experience. And then I'm in a network with my sibling and some friends. So yeah, that's the network that I'm a part of anyway. You can create your own. I don't know if there's a limit or anything, but yeah, you could make whatever you want, set your happy hour, cool stuff like that. You can leave networks if you want. The store. This is if you want to buy things. You can buy things with real money. I don't have much to say about this. Of course, they're going to sell cool stuff because that's their job to do stuff. And I would say if you have been enjoying Titanfall, you should support the developer. And you can get cool stuff in the process of it. Although that's budgeting and up to the discretion of the player. So I leave that up to you to figure out. Those are cool textures. Okay. Call sign. What are these call signs? What are these? I guess if you want to have that. Colony Reborn. All right. Monarch's Reign. All right. Controls, audio, video, fax. You can chat in there as well. And yeah, let's find a game. So there are different game modes. I just jumped into any because I needed to get an achievement for winning an online match, and I was lucky that I won one. It kind of swung back and forth between them. This is just, the one that we played was just a standard death match of sorts. You jump in, you run around, you run and gun, and then if you perform well enough, you unlock a Titan, and then you drop down on your Titan, and the gameplay shifts a little bit. Instead of it being highly mobile, running around, pew pew pew, it is now trying to run around in your Titan, in your mech, trying to take down other people. And people die really quickly in this mode. So I was worried that a player that has played for a long time would be able to refute me because of some magic shield or something. That is not the case. They die just as fast as anybody else. They just have different weapons that are unlocked. You play smart, you unlock stuff as you go along, you'll be fine. So we're going to jump into Frontier Defense, 4-player co-op. And so here, as you can see, they've locked me out from doing the difficult ones, which is good. Would I be able to do this? I could do that. There's no way I'm doing that, though. I don't want them to yell at me. And which Titan shall we do? Let's do this one. Oh, there's a tutorial to watch. Wait, do I have to watch the tutorial or can I? Okay, I can find match. Here we go. Now we search for a game. This will conclude our experience of Titanfall 2. So, wrapping up here, I suppose. Well, I mean, there's going to be plenty of time to wrap up during it, but, you know, it's kind of a weird time to be playing, too. The queue times are faster when you have more people because you have less people that are being associated. Also, the microphone is key-bound, so I don't need to be worried about people hearing me talk. It's always something that I need to check carefully. Had one too many accidents, and so I've been paranoid for the rest of my life. So, let's see here. What is everyone else doing? Let's do this one. See if anyone else protests. Hopefully no one else is going to be on mic. We've got a chance that they might be, though. We'll see. So, you do not start with a Titan. I start out with default class, so this loadout, I could demonstrate the wonders of the grappling hook and an assault rifle. Again, this is completely customizable. Alright. This would have been the good one to play. The sniper one on this long hallway is beautiful. But it's fine. Oops, that's my Titan weapon. What's that doing out? Alright, let's see if they all do the... Are we all gonna do the jump into the Titan and grab the battery game? I think we're all doing jump in and get the battery game. How do I get on there again? Okay, yep, that person's getting it. Let's get out of here before it blows. Didn't get a battery. I forgot how to rodeo the Titan, whichever button is required. Now we have a mini-map, by the way. So now's a good idea to keep an eye on it. So this is just a tower defense sort of thing. Not a tower defense game, but you're defending this beacon here. You want to try to make sure that it has its own shield, so if it takes damage, it's fine. It's just that you don't want it to be destroyed. Typically, running into an area like that is dangerous. Oh, crap. Also, friendly fire is not a concern. I'm always worried that I am going to friendly fire somebody, and, you know, don't want to set a bad habit, so I'm not going to. Oh, this guy's got a stealthing unit. There's a lot of cool, nifty tricks that you can do with the... Get out of here. Dang stalkers. Come on, get out of here. Rat-a-tat-a-tat-a. Level up the gun by 1. Here comes more. Stalkers around the corner. Not around the corner. These are just grunts. Get out of here. So one of the things that takes some getting used to in this game mode is the different icons that are showing up. So that's a nuclear sign that we currently see. Where are they going? Oh, this is where they're going. Where are they going? Oh, you scared me. That nuclear sign means that that's a mech that blows up when it's damaged. Ooh. Ooh, that's bad. Come on, anti-mech. We have to... Oh, that's not good. Well, I guess you demonstrate what happens when you die then. When you die, you respawn. Oh, it's supposed to be a dropship. Weird. It wasn't a dropship this time. Ugh, that's embarrassing. However, while embarrassing, I'm a low level, so it's all good. This guy's dropping in on a dropship. Alright, phase 1's done. Now we get a Titan. So we call in our Titan. And we didn't get MVP, and we died, so you get bonuses for not dying. So it's in everyone's, well, it's in your best interest to not die. Let's find a good bottleneck here. So wave 2, we got a nuke Titan, 4 Titan. Yeah. So we want to probably stay close here. And again, I was worried that I would step on people. You can do some body blocking if you're impolite, I suppose. But, oh right, I forgot an important part of this. X to ready up. I'm going to ready up even though I'm not really ready. In between the combat phase, you have these. And Tim always said, get that one. We don't need that. We don't need any of those right now. Once your money is used up in the match, though, it's gone. So there's no point in saving money. Are you my mech? Where's my mech? There's my mech. Come here, you. Repositioning. Wave 2, repositioning. Alright, where are we? Oh, they're going to be here then. Alright, well, let's just give them a happy landing here. So, stalkers you don't want to run over. Normal people you can run over. Gonna have more landing here, it seems. Let's drop to... That's not exactly what I wanted to do, but that's fine. What's our countermeasure? Ah, smoke. Electric smoke is our countermeasure. Get out of here. So we want to stand in between the enemies and our pylon over here. Again, this mech is slow because you fire one shot and reload, which requires patience and accuracy, two things that I don't think I necessarily have very good. Alright, so as I'm being blasted, I don't have my personal shield. You've got a personal shield first that goes down, and then your actual health of your mech goes down. So the goal is to make it through the match without having my mech destroyed, so that I can... What are those Reapers doing up there? So that I can repair it with the money in the batteries. There we go. Alright, so this guy's smoking. His mech is darn near dead for the most part. Ours, we lost a bit of health, but this mech is pretty tanky. So to repair mechs, you need to get batteries. You buy a battery, you jump into your mech, and you repair it. A useful trick that I didn't learn until multiplayer, but it also works on single player as well. And... Alright, dude, if you're not gonna buy one, I will buy one for your mech. You need a battery, man. And... there. There's another thing that you can do if you're nice, you have money you don't need to use, you can contribute, and now that is money that somebody else can access if they need it. There are other cool things you can get too, like turrets, but I am not going to get one yet. Hopefully next one we'll be able to get a turret. But an unmanned turret you just set down and you just let them do their thing. I haven't actually timed how long it takes to go through one of these rounds. I think it's pretty close to the perfect amount of length, though, because you play just long enough that you're like, okay, that was a fair battle. I had to work and pay attention for that entire time, but it's not so bad that it's just like, you know, let's put it this way. If I had to go to the bathroom, I could wait to the end of the round. So it's not like you're locked in for too long. Ah, so when the mech's health bar changes, that means that it's gone into death mode. Why are you body blocking me, man? Stop it. When the mech is in that mode, you can... Ooh, we don't want to step on those. So when it's in that mode, you can melee and you'll have a special animation that'll play. Oh, we're being flanked. And punched him. Punch that robot so good, baby. Alright, I need to get a little bit more up in this action over here. And let's fire off one of those and one of these. Oh, what's going on? Something's doing a lot of damage and I don't like it. Come on. Alright, did I burst core? I burst cored. Shoot. That was a waste of a burst core. I was trying... It's Q. Q's the button I need to hit, not V. Darn it. Oh, that's not a good one. Let's blast that one right there. Alright. Let's see here. Fire that one there. do that. That didn't detonate it. Let's hit it with Q. Q did hit it. It's gone critical. Now we want to be out of range from the self-destruct. And we've got... Get out of here. Well, we keep losing pilots, as long as they're not me, though. Come on, Mech. Hold it together, buddy. Again, this is on the easier difficulty. I can hardly imagine what this game is like on the hardest. Alright, do we have people? Yep, we do. I get kind of tunnel visioned, and so it's easy for me to forget that things are going on over here. Oh, crap. Where's this guy? Get out of here. There we go. We got an animation at least. Health is kind of low. Not so fond of that. Ugh. Come on. God dang it. There we go. We at least get an animation. Take him down. This guy needs to die. Oh boy. No, 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 no. Yeah, just get jump through it. God. Oh my gosh. Health is so low. You can self-destruct your mech. I don't plan to do that. I would like that battery if at all possible. Let's not die. Did he just, oh my gosh. That's not what I want. Alright, gross. Not a good performance anywhere. So the pylon took damage, so that's not so good. And my mech took a beating. That's not so good either. Where'd you go? Come here. Get repaired, man. Don't know if we're gonna win this. Just goes to show you that my brother's really good at this game because we didn't have trouble. Maybe there's just not good synergy. Maybe it's a bad map. I don't know. Alright. Fully healed. Do I have enough for a turret? I do. Alright, we're going to want to leave a turret. Let's ready up just because we can. Alright, and I think this is a good spot for a turret, right? C to place the turret. And let's place the turret. Actually, change of plans. We keep getting flanked over here. At least I got him. Where's my mech? I keep losing him. You're over here. Come here, buddy. I got some of them anyway. Swatting butterflies. Oh, the turret's doing its job. That's good. Get out of here. They're like gnats. Get out of here. Pilot downed? From what? Ooh, that's a fast one. We don't want you anywhere near it. Multiple? This is bad news, bears. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh my gosh. Well, now we don't have that anymore. And we've got a lot of pilots down. 66%. Oh right, you can shoot while you're in here. Well, wave 4 of 5. Oh my gosh, really? This is... I don't know if I want to show anybody this. Yay, Harvester Shield's back online. Woohoo. $55 enemies still. Ugasaki. Alright. More of these stinking... The ticks are the worst. Oh my god. No. Stay away. I would like my Titan back, please and thanks. Alright. Oh, that's bad! Oh, I thought I could maybe get around that. Come on, come on. We don't have to worry about any self-destructing ones, right? Good, no. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And let's go forward. No, please, 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 no. Oh my gosh. All right. So. Get out of here. Ugh. Something tells me this wouldn't have changed at all had I been playing the flying sniper mech. Oh my goodness. Alright. My mech took damage even though it was here just for that short time. Ugh. Alright. We gotta get that upgrade again, and we don't have enough for that anymore. Do I still have the money that I deposited? I guess I'll just make the withdrawal. It was my money in the first place. And let's drop this off here. Are you still up and running like you're supposed to be? Press X to continue. Good. You go get yourself healed up. And 62% hull. Maybe we'll be fine. This is the final wave, so this is when it's going to get absolutely crazy. Also, you're limited on how many turrets that you can have set out. I think 2 is the max. Last one. Here we go. Now's the chance to make up for all the embarrassment that's happened earlier. Oh boy, nuke titans. Those are the ones you want to take out before they get to ya. Because they'll go boom. Alright, this guy seems to have the same strat that I do. Oh my gosh. Come on. That's one way of detonating the fire anyway. Ugh. So many things doing damage. What is doing damage? What is hurting me? Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's these bugs flying around that are doing all the damage to me. I'm gonna lose my mech again. Yep. Crap. I got accustomed to it being relatively easy. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Haven't played enough of online to be able to properly articulate it, but I suppose this is still accurate to describing and showing what you could be getting yourself into. There is no end to the excitement that you will experience. Alright, let's bring out the anti-tyke weapon. Did I even get him? Oh, I almost have my Titan back. That would be good. Alright, well, I'm ready now. Bring him in. And a level up. So even though this hasn't been my best performance and my best game, it still has contributed to my overall player experience, leveling up this Titan, getting familiar with the game. And I certainly could never make the statement that Titanfall 2 is boring. It has a lot going for it. Though I kind of wish that it was easy on easy difficulty here, but I don't know. I'm going to go with this one for just randoms and being uncoordinated together. I'm going to go with that for now. Eh. If I'm placing second, oh, this guy's in so much trouble. Dang it, why do you always stand in my way? He always stands perfectly in the way to block that shot whenever I'm trying to take it. Take that one way downtown. Never mind, we won't take that downtown. We're gonna put that just over in the neighbor's yard. Not even close to downtown. This one over here might be in downtown, though. No, this one's neighbor yard. Get off my lawn. What do you mean? What do you mean the harvester's shields are dropping? Come on, get out of here. Ooh, I was almost too close to the one that went nuke. Come on. Let's take a shot here. Yes, yes, now we run away. These turrets are doing Papa Atratzu proud. Come on. What is this garbage? Only 3 enemies remaining. Here goes. I've got... Oh, I'm gonna get out of the way. I've got a flame core that I could use. Uh-oh. Please don't destroy me. Okay, so 40%. We won, but that was a very rough match. Oh my gosh. Rough match indeed. Everyone's saying GG though. So I guess we'll all say GG. ADV though. They're all the same group. I was the random. Okay. Let's look at stats just because I'm curious. Nah. Maybe I was the bad one. Who knows? Not concerned with it. But yeah. Hopefully this video was helpful to you and, you know, you can kind of get a feel for what the game is like to play. Titanfall 2 is really fun. The campaign is interesting. The story was kind of meh, hit or miss, but worthwhile playing nonetheless. Especially, you know, I'd encourage people to check out any games that have single-player stories. That way people keep making single-player stories. And the multiplayer, there is just so much stuff in the multiplayer that just this has lots of replay value to keep on playing after you're done with the single player. Moving on and just playing online can eat up. I don't know. I could see this spending hundreds of hours, especially considering you have prestige leveling and stuff like that. You reset leveling tiers, getting currency. There's a lot that Titanfall 2 has to offer people. And this game has been out for a long time. So yeah. Thank you for watching. Once again, my name is Atratzu, and I will see you in the next video. That person has a new one. So that person's new like me, so maybe it was just like a training run. Network reward. Advocate gift. What did we get? No. Stop matchmaking? Yes, stop matchmaking. Oh, that was a close one. What did we unlock? New sights. Okay, we'll take the new sights. Alright, fast aiming action. That sounds cool. And is that a colorful... Ooh, it's a fancy holographic banner. And the Scorch has... ammo that I'm... Ooh, there we go. Now we're talking. Could I set that? No. That's closer, though. We're getting closer to how I want this character to look. Still so much left to do, though.